Now, Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval with the On Your Side forecast.
Temperatures sizzling today, and they'll be sizzling again tomorrow and through the weekend, or at least through Saturday. Those are the two hottest days. The forecast has been right on line with the computer charts, keeping it in the upper 90s, 98 on Friday, 97 Saturday. That's an official high for Boise. There will be places that hit 100, 101 degrees during the day on Friday. Similar story on Saturday. Temperature may come down a bit. In fact, it will come down a bit noticeably on Sunday, and then down to 91 and kind of hanging out for a little while down here as well. In fact, the following weekend, Friday and Saturday, we may drop that temperature down even further into the 80s, which if you go to the Garth Brooks concert next Friday night or Saturday night, that may mean that temperatures may only reach the mid to upper 80s for highs, which would be much better than the mid to upper 90s that we're going to see this weekend. Rome, Oregon today hit 99. McCall, a beautiful 85 near 90 in Baker City, 85 in Stanley at about 63, 6,400 feet. We're talking lots of warmth there. And the Doppler radar did show, this is just ground clutter, this green right here showing as the sun goes down, but there was a couple of isolated showers that popped up over Highway 51, I believe that is there. And we'll see some more of those tomorrow. They'll pop up, but they'll disappear. But some of the cloud cover may last and push into this region here. But we're talking Mountain Home about 100 tomorrow, Glens Ferry and down near Bruno. Those temperatures will be 100 degrees during the day tomorrow. As that heat flow comes from the south and west, look how dry it is down here. That dry weather will continue to work its way in, and that's why we don't have really much of a threat for the storms. All the moisture that's coming, that monsoon moisture, that seasonal wind change that brings the moisture to Arizona, it's looping around this high pressure system and will continue to stay locked in that area. Here you see the red flag warnings because of lightning and the heat, but we're not having that in the northwest. We've got a dry hot flow. That's why it's so hot this weekend. We're moving on over to the Gulf of Mexico now. This is Tropical Storm Barry, strengthening winds now at 50 miles per hour. It's becoming more organized. Don't be deceived by this cloud cover drifting away. This is going to develop here, and it's starting to turn to the north now, heading up towards not New Orleans. It's going to go past south of New Orleans here, but then up towards Baton Rouge. It could move in this direction here, and as it does, it's going to bring a tremendous amount of rain in. Tomorrow night around this time, the rain is really going to be coming along the coast, and we'll start to see a potential landfall, and it could be a hurricane right on the edge of the hurricane status. The observations still showed us a tropical storm, but it might become a hurricane right here just before it moves inland, probably west of New Orleans, the most likely track, and all that rain will move up. This is the Mississippi River here, which has been trying to unload so much water from a good portion of the United States from all the rain that fell during the spring. Record water levels continue, and now this is the freshwater accumulation of 10 to 20 inches. This place right here expecting 8.43 inches. That's Lafayette, Louisiana, and the rain, the flooding rains, potentially deadly flash flooding all the way up to Memphis. This will go on for days and days of heavy soaking rains, and New Orleans could really have some issues getting the water out, because remember, New Orleans is below sea level, and this is the basin for the Mississippi River. It goes from just the Rockies to the Appalachians. All of that water has to go down. That's why they're still flooding from all of the spring rains, and now they've got this tropical system coming in. This is just what they didn't want. We could have catastrophic flooding in Louisiana. Forecast for the mountains looks like this. Look at McCall. How beautiful is that? A beautiful sunset. We got into the 80s today. Same thing tomorrow and Saturday, but we will notch it up a few degrees, getting into the mid-80s. 48 at Redfish this morning, and still getting into the mid-80s, over 6,000 feet. Same story the next couple of days. Sunday will be a little cooler at 80. My Treasure Valley forecast looks like this, and many parts of the valley just outside of Boise will touch 100 degrees. Emmett should touch 100. Vail and Ontario, Nissa, Brogan, up in portions of Oregon there, getting 100 degrees, 100 in Mountain Home as well. So everybody's in on the heat. Even Garden Valley is going to 97 tomorrow. Extended forecast 2 days in a row of this, Don, Friday and Saturday, and then we'll take a bite out of the heat on Sunday. But I think we'll stay dry all weekend long. It's just a hot, dry, typical, okay, here it comes weekend.
Hot in the mountains, you know it's a hot one down here.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.